Hey guys, welcome back to Midnight Med. This episode will be on menstrual physiology. So, the menstrual cycle refers to the cyclical proliferation and shedding of the endometrial lining, which centers around preparing for ovulation and potential fertilization and embryonic implantation. This generally occurs in a 28-day cycle, although this can differ between women and can be shorter or longer. It's divided into the follicular phase, which is the first half, and in a 28-day cycle would last the first 14 days, and the luteal phase, which is the second half, and again in a 28-day cycle would last the second 14 days. The cycle is regulated by luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone, which are produced by the pituitary, as well as estrogen, produced by growing follicles, and progesterone, which is produced by the corpus luteum in the second half of the cycle. LH and FSH are themselves regulated by GnRH from the hypothalamus. So in the ovary, thousands of oocytes are present, surrounded by granulosa cells. These structures are called primordial follicles. Pulsatile GnRH production leads to the release of FSH and LH from the anterior pituitary. FSH stimulates the growth of primordial follicles in the ovary, and as these follicles grow, they begin to produce estradiol, a form of estrogen, and inhibit in response to FSH stimulation. These two hormones downregulate FSH release through negative feedback on the anterior pituitary. The decrease in FSH leads to a more androgenic microenvironment around follicles that are not the dominant follicle, driving them towards atresia. The estrogen produced by the growing dominant follicle helps the endometrial lining proliferate, and the cervix becomes more hospitable for potential sperm. There is also a positive feedback effect that causes LH to increase while estrogen release increases. As estrogen levels reach a critical point, its effects on the pituitary switch to positive feedback, leading to a surge of LH and FSH called the LH surge. This triggers ovulation. The next phase after ovulation is the luteal phase. In the luteal phase, the mature follicle becomes what's known as the corpus luteum, which serves to prepare the uterus for potential embryonic implantation, that is, pregnancy. LH stimulates the corpus luteum to produce both estrogen and progesterone. The latter helps develop the glandular and vascular structures of the uterus while thickening cervical mucus. Progesterone negatively feeds back on the pituitary and decreases LH and FSH production. At the end of the cycle, so that's from day 0 of the new cycle, the corpus luteum dies and the endometrial lining is shed, provided that there has not been successful fertilization and implantation. And so this is what we know as menses or the period. The cycle then resumes from the beginning. However, if a fertilized ovum is implanted in the endometrium, then its production of beta-HCG will further stimulate the production of progesterone from the corpus luteum until the placenta is able to produce progesterone to support a pregnancy by itself. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram for more, and we'll see you in the next video.